going on, Jeromes? So one of the most fun things about the schedule release is going through week by week. That's a win, dog. That's a loss. So we're going to go through, right? And we're going to be as objective as possible. Nailed it. I always have to think, what's the difference between subjective and objective, or apathy and empathy? Doesn't matter. Anyways, Vikings 2025 schedule. Let's get on. So first off, Monday Night Football. Dun, 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 dun. So good news, football will be back. Bad news, Buck and Aikman. Whatever. But J.J. McCarthy debut, Monday Night Football, Bright Lights, Big City, Chicago adjacent native. I think the Vikings get it done. Ben Johnson trying to get things righted in Chicago. Ain't going to happen. The Bears back-to-back March champs does not mean a damn thing. Vikings get it done. Vikings are actually underdogs right now, but they get it done and they cover. Obviously, they cover if they're underdogs, but Vikings would 1-0 on the season. Now, I know that there's an Excel equation where I can put W or L and then it tallies up, but also I don't care. I don't care in the slice. Next, Monday Night Football, home opener, Atlanta Falcons, Kirk Cousins. Will he be the backup quarterback? Don't know. But the Falcons can be dangerous, man. Trying to get their pass rush going. They went all in with a pair of first-round edge rushers, as well as they got Bergeron, they got Drake London, Kyle Pitts. This is the year for Kyle Pitts. They say it every single year. Penix Mightier at quarterback. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. But I do believe that in the duel of 2024 first-round top 10 quarterbacks, I think JJ gets a better Penix in this spot. I think we're leading up to the breakout game, right? So I think that JJ just gets it done. I think that the two-headed monster, Jordan Mason, Aaron Jones, have a monster game in this spot. Give me Vikings for the win here. 2-0 on the season. Next up, Bengals versus the Vikings at home. The only noon game of the first 5 weeks of the season. And, of course, this is going to be the Jefferson versus Jamar Chase / Joe Burrow game. And both guys are going to want to show up and show out. But I also think that Trey Hendrickson might still be holding out at this point, which would be great for us because that Bengals defense is going to be ass. Thank you. I think this is going to be the first J.J. McCarthy 300-yard, 3-touchdown passing game. I think the Vikings get done here as well. 3-0 on the season. 3-0 for Mike Yo. Feeling good. Then the jet set. And Kevin Collins talked about they'll probably leave earlier in the week than they usually do. So heading over to Dublin against the Steelers, Croke Park. Was it rugby? Sure. Or was it cricket? Doesn't matter. Then London against the Browns at Tottenham Stadium. So back-to-back games internationally. The Steelers are going to be bad. Like, even if Rodgers shows up, they're going to be bad. So I think this is going to be blowout. This is going to be like a 45-7 type game, and that 7 comes late in Garbaggio time. Vikings move to 4-0. Stay undefeated internationally. That's right. As well as the Browns. I mean, who's going to be a quarterback? Is it going to be jumping Joe Flacco? Will it be Shador? Will it be Dylan Gabriel? Will it be Peter Gabriel? Ooh, baby, I love you way. But it doesn't matter. Kwesi smacks his old team. We smack our old guy, Kevin Stefanski. Myles Garrett puts up numbers, except the Browns still lose. All right, so the Vikings head to the bye week at 5-0 for Mike Yo. So bye week, early bye week sucks, but I think with a couple of mini buys later in the season, it's fine. Also, the fact that the Vikings get the bye before the Eagles at home, and then they get a mini bye before the Lions on the road week 9. I think that's good, even though the Lions, yes, will be coming off a bye week 8. So the Vikings against the Eagles, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough-ass game. Eagles are fantastic in both their trenches. They just reloaded, even though they lost some free agents, and it's going to be tough. I think at the end of the day, it's going to be a very close game, but we'll say it's like a field goal loss here. No shame, no muss, no fuss. We'll see the Eagles later on in the season, in the playoffs, so go from there. So 5-1, still getting it done. All right, short week out in LA. Of course, we've seen this story before, right? So coming off of a home loss against an NFC contender, and then on the road in LA, maybe we'll get hosed by the referees. Not this time around. So this is going to be a low-scoring slobber knocker type game, but the Vikings greatly improved in the trenches. They get it done on the road. Harbaugh versus McCarthy, all that stuff. Vikings 6-1. Mini bye at Detroit. This ain't Detroit, man. This is Super Bowl. So I think that the Lions, first off, the Lions are going to be effed. Like their schedule, they have tough opponents, and the majority of them are on the road. And now this, obviously they have their home game here in division, but I think the Lions are in trouble. I think the Lions are cruising for a bruising. Vikings go in there, put the bang thing, get revenge, all that stuff. Plus, JJ does not lose in the state of Michigan. He just doesn't. Ain't gonna happen. Not gonna do it. Week 10 at home, got the Ravens coming in. Lamar, Derrick Henry, the other Harbaugh, the spare Harbaugh. Well, why not? I think the Vikings fight the good fight, and this one is close, come down to the wire, basically like the Eagles game, but instead the Vikings fall a little bit short here. In a potential Super Bowl preview, purple on purple crime, 7-2, 7 deuce offsuit here, but sometimes it can still get it done. At home against the Bears, following week, I love a new game, but the Vikings tax that ass again. Vikings shut down Ben Johnson, carbon copy of what he had in, actually a poor man's copy, a Temu version of what he had in Detroit. And also, it's weird that the Bears and the Lions get weaker. Yeah, but the Vikings 8-2 head into Lambeau right before Thanksgiving. Weather might be a factor, but Packers are not a factor. Yeah, Packers going to shred up that defense, their offensive line. They got some nice parts, but I know, is Elton Jenkins holding out? Who knows? But the Vikings get it done on the road here in a big-time spot, going to 9-2 on the season. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Then you got the Sammy Darnold Bowl. Slinging Sammy Darnold. Come on, man. So Darnold, I don't know. Like, the Seahawks drafted Gray Zabel. They got Cross. I'm not buying that offensive line, though. I think they may struggle to run the ball. I think that McDonald and that defense is getting nice. But the Vikings, very similar to last year, go out there and get a very impressive win. JJ outduels Darnold in that spot. The Vikings made the right decision, and we'll just go from there. Although, I like Seattle. Seattle's a good city. Anyways, next up, Week 14 at home against the Commies. The Jaden Daniels Show, NFC Championship game participant, the Commies last year. Now, they're trying to supplement the talent around Jaden, trying to do that. Debo's out there. Maybe he can be in shape. Who knows? But I think this is going to be a hard-fought game. And I think this one, the Vikings and the Commies are rising. I think they're going to be contenders in the NFC for a number of years. Vikings edge of this one out, get it done at home, move to 11-2 on the season. Week 15, I'm not buying Dak. I'm not buying George Pickens. I'm not buying CeeDee Lamb. Not buying Schottenheimer the younger. Ain't doing it. Ain't buying it. Right? But I don't know. I feel like this could just be a weird game where the Vikings just sort of let one slip away. Close game, maybe no call, no show, maybe emotional hangover after the last 4-game winning streak. But Vikings say they don't lose, they just don't win against the Cowboys. Cheating Drew Pearson is pushing off. Down the stretch, Week 16, a couple days before Christmas, at the Giants at the Meadowlands. Now, I think that Dable's going to get fired. So it's going to be Vikings versus interim head coach. Giants will just be bottoming out. They'll be all in for Arch Manning. So there you go. Vikings get a pretty easy win on the road in this spot. And then final 2 games at home, it's going to be huge. So the Lions, Christmas at 3:30. Probably going to be the Winter Warrior game this year, but the Vikings hold serve, going to whoop somebody's ass on Christmas. And then the Vikings against the Packers. Packers out of the playoff chase. Playing the backups. The Vikings already got the 1 seed locked down. So there we go. There you go. Vikings end up winning there. End the season 14-3. Oh, yeah, you're right. J.J. McCarthy did way worse than slinging Sam Darnold last year. But 14-3, what it be? Again, objective, subjective, all the objectives. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Let us know your record prediction. Oh, and by the way, just being negative doesn't mean that you're realistic. Let's call a spade here. Anyways, let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.